All right, hey guys, so this is week 2 of the trip, and we're in Taipei right now, so I thought it would make more sense to make like a transition video of, my final thoughts of China. Okay, actually Selena thought of it, but like it
was like a bit of a thing, but yeah. So here we are, so just talking about Beijing before we start posting about Taiwan.
Well, here, let me start out with this question. What were the highlights of Beijing for you?
The highlights of Beijing? I honestly, okay, I'm not gonna lie, because I tried to, hide it from you, but when we went to the Forbidden City, I was, in tears. I had, tears. I was like, holy cow, I've never, because to me, I've told you before, it's just, I would have never imagined, traveling and being able to see those things. Because before, all you really see is on TV or just learning in school. Maybe not so much learning in school, but just general knowledge of these things. Mm-hmm. So it's just very breathtaking, all the sights. And that was the biggest thing for me, was being able to go out and see Tiananmen Square and the Palace Museum and just all these, the Great Wall too. That was never in a million years previous to that would I have ever thought that I would have the chance to do that, right? Mm-hmm. Other than that, the other things about Beijing that was really surprising was when we got there, traffic was insane.
Yes.
A 3-lane highway became 5 lanes. People made their own. It was just we think we have it bad in Vancouver with traffic, being downtown. No, pedestrians don't have the right of way. You literally, the only way to get across there is to go in a mob in order to be safe. If it's 2 people, you have to be very careful, not to get run over.
Yeah, it was always us following the locals and going through where they are. And oddly enough, I used to live in Taiwan for a bit, and coming from Taiwan where the traffic is a bit more chaotic, I was so surprised to find the traffic being 10 times worse in Beijing.
Yeah. It's
there's a lot of people, and just the cars always have the right of way.
It's no a lot going on. Yeah. There's so many motorcyclists, people riding on their bikes, all these the other thing too that was surprising was the amount of high-end cars that we saw, because I noticed growing up where I grew up, it was starting to get more popularized, the BMWs and all that. But then you see there, they have so many exotic cars, they have Mercedes, BMWs, Range Rover, everything under the sun. Mm-hmm. So I was really surprised about that. Also given, in some of the areas where we went, some of the hutongs or whatever, some of those areas, it's not the nicest area. It doesn't look like it's the richest area, but then you see, some of these things people possess, it's kind of surprising, right? That's the other side of it too, is we were talking with Chris's family, and the biggest thing about China is that the rich, they're really rich, and then the poor are really poor. So then I think just that whole dichotomy with the two different, it's either you're super rich or you're super poor.
Yeah, and it is really different, coming from Vancouver where there's such a huge middle class, mm-hmm. and a system that I guess caters really well to the middle class too, and just seeing the hutongs and the super rich people, and I remember that mall that we went to that it was decked out with a Starbucks, a bunch of Western. Mm-hmm. That place with the juicy couture.
They had a juicy couture at party, and I was just Chris, I've never seen that in the Lower Mainland, those stores, maybe when we were kids, in I don't know, because Chris went to middle school, but me elementary school, around that age, those brands are popularized. They had Echo there too, and there's just so many brands there that were yeah, it was just insane. And then you have the silk market where everything is, you can buy fake Supreme, fake Versace, fake Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. But it's insane. And that's the other side of it too, is that I don't think there's, from a Western standpoint, if you buy a fake product, there is like people would seriously judge you for that. Like they don't like the idea of you buying like something fake. But in China and like these other countries, like there's no shame in wearing something that's fake, as long as you can find like a really good fake. And in a lot of these markets, like the night markets or like the silk market like we went to, you can find so many good fake items. I mean, I want to say like you really can't tell, but again, like I'm not somebody in that business that, you know, can dissect.
Too.
Oh yeah, and the bargaining too. Like
that's so much fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed my time like just bargaining like with like in that silk market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that's the other thing too, is that
it's interesting. Like
it's kind of a tourist trap, because like some people they
will
don't
pay
understand.
the full price,
yeah.
and it's kind of like ridiculous.
And it's like
yeah.
like they like if they know that you want to buy it enough, like they won't let you walk.
I think like for guys like traveling into these countries, like just know that there is a haggling culture, and just understand, like even like look up some videos on like how to do it.
And the other thing too,
it's really simple. Like basically, if you just stay firm with your price, like you can almost get away with it, and it's just about being assertive and very firm with your price.
Similar to Taiwan, it is a cash-based society, so they do prefer you paying with cash. If not, definitely any of the QR ones, so like WeChat Pay, Line Pay, Alipay. Those are very prevalent there. However, if you are coming as a foreigner, for those platforms, you do need like a local. You need to have like a local bank account, so like whatever one in Beijing, like there's Bank of Beijing, like all these different ones.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the rules of being able to sign up for one, because we never did that. Like we said, we just went to the banks and we exchanged our money. Another tip is that Chris' dad told us was when you're traveling to these places, try to exchange with US, because you do get a bit more for that versus exchanging with our Canadian currency.
Yeah, but overall, like those things aside, like I even saw a guy like getting his hair cut in the streets. Like,
yeah, that was hilarious.
I don't know, like it's a huge
there's,
culture
like,
shock, and like I really don't mind, like, you know, stuff going down like that.
There's like
it might just be like
there.
my comfort level, but aside from that, like I thought it was pretty cool, and like all in all, like I go back to Beijing myself and travel. You know, I wouldn't let, you know, small things like that like hinder.
And especially everything going on right now with like Huawei and like Canada, it wasn't as bad as we were expecting. Like we got a lot of warnings, like be careful, yada yada yada. Obviously that's true. Be careful when you go there. Don't make yourself a target. Yes, you're gonna see police and military men everywhere, and you know you're gonna see.
But looking on like the government of Canada like travel agency site, like a lot of places got like the same like warning levels, such as like Mexico, and even if I remember like Indonesia as well, like around the same time. I didn't read into like as of like why, but I wouldn't let, you know, the news or like the media like scare you into like not coming to Beijing, or China for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think another good tip is to learn a bit of Mandarin.
It helps
with that
a lot.
being said, Chris is like fluent. I'm not, so I'm like.
But that said, there's a lot of English there, and
there were a lot of foreigners.
If you do your research on, you know, what to do, where to go, like beforehand, I think you would fare really well in Beijing, because it is a city that helps. I wouldn't say caters for foreigners, maybe to some extent, but it definitely has resources to help out foreigners. So
yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think just to wrap it up, is Beijing is very beautiful, even when we went in the winter. Being in the winter, make sure you bring proper clothing. Yeah.
If I have to do it again, I wouldn't come in the winter time, because I don't like the cold weather. But again, that's just me.
Yeah. Other than that, Beijing was very fun, very beautiful.
Yeah, would definitely go again.
Definitely go again, and yeah, just see as much as you can. Like that's all we can say is.
For sure.
We were there for like 5 days, and we tried, like we saw all the main points, try to find somewhere in the city to stay, because like what we did was we walked around everywhere. Other than that, like we would recommend Beijing for sure. Like I don't know, like yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching our video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on Instagram more often, so if you want to keep up to date with us on a day-to-day basis, please follow our Instagram.
We'll like link it up there somewhere, or like put like a ding ding ding. Yeah, it's at Leaving My VR. It's the same thing as our YouTube.
We still have a lot of time in our trip, and we'll be posting up more videos and content for you guys. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.